Yeah, it wasn't his night. Fastball command wasn't there, and for him to be effective with his rest of his repertoire and in his arsenal, he's got to have the fastball command. Didn't have it tonight. Obviously, wasn't his one of his better outings, and it's going to happen. I was in a quandary there on to leave him in, see if we can get him to settle in a little bit and give us some length that we needed. Just didn't happen, and I'm not going to apologize for it, for leaving him out there too long. But on the other hand, we needed to try to get some length out of him to preserve our bullpen for tomorrow. And being down that big early, I didn't want to have to go to our better arms if I didn't have to, and try to get some type of length out of there. And like I said, and usually when he has scuffled a little bit with his command early on, he usually settles in and does a good job settling in. But tonight was just an off night for him, but he'll bounce back this next outing, I'm sure.
What's the state of the bullpen for tomorrow and Tuesday as well?
We're more concerned just about tomorrow. We'll start with Hunter Omlad tomorrow. Hopefully he can give us some length and give us a nice start. Would be ideal. And we'll have Halvey and Carlone, and Schieffer should be back able to go again tomorrow. And Fitzy. So we have enough bullets for tomorrow, I think. Given the job that Jonah did, coming in, that was, kind of goes unnoticed. But for him to give us 5 solid innings right there, we don't have to burn another arm. That was big on his part. I was expecting to maybe get 2 out of him, and then go from there. But he was throwing the heck out of it and threw the ball outstanding.
You've been a part of plenty of dramatic wins in your time in baseball, referring to last night. Is the emotional hangover from a walk-off win real going into the next day, and do you think it affected you guys today?
My experience is usually use that momentum and play well when you come out early on. But we dug ourselves a 14-1 hole. Tough to bounce out of that. But that obviously was ugly. But the fact that we battled back and made it kind of interesting there late. Campy smokes that ball with 2 outs in the 9th there, and that's a few feet left or right. All of a sudden, you got the tying run on deck, and things become maybe interesting with the heart of the lineup coming up. So our guys continue to battle. That I'm happy about, but disappointed in the way that we dug ourselves a hole early.
How do you think they're started and your guys off balance early on, throwing a lot of breaking balls?
He had us off balance a little bit early there, but we ended up putting up 7 runs and 11 hits. We did our job off of him. So he had us a little off balance early with the slow breaking ball and change up. But after once through the lineup, our guys I think started having better swings on him, and were able to get through to him.
What would you say the mood in the clubhouse was tonight?
Afterwards, post. I think obviously they were ready to turn the page and try to win a series tomorrow. We understand where we're at, but you got to control what you can control. And said, man, it's tough to come out like that and dig yourself that big a hole. But our guys are going to keep scrapping, and they did. And hopefully they can use the late momentum to carry over tomorrow, and still got a chance to win a series tomorrow.
From an offensive standpoint, you're saying carrying over the momentum, but when you battle back like that and the bats are waking up and scoring runs, what does that do for the offensive momentum going into tomorrow?
Hopefully they're able to carry it over, and continue to put together good at bats. 15 hits tonight. That was off a couple good arms, and we squared a heck of a lot more balls up than that too. That in particular off the second guy there, off Boyle, we squared up a lot of balls that just were right at guys. So the at bats were good. That I have no problem with. The walks on the other hand was kind of the big issue in the Achilles that just we gotta be better than that.
Steven came to this program really with a lot of defensive promise and has developed to that over the last couple of weeks. What do you have to say about how he's come on offensively?
When he stays within himself and swings at the pitches that he's capable of handling, not swinging out of the strike zone, and said, staying within himself. His hands work really well. When he tries to get too big is when bat drags and we hit weak pop-ups the opposite way. Man after my own heart. I used to do the same thing. So, for me, it's like, look, man, I've been there and done that. Like, quit trying to hit homers. It ain't going to happen. But stay in the middle and you might connect with one or two here and there. And lately he's been doing a much better job of that, of staying through the baseball and letting his hands work out front, and ran into another one tonight. So that's more his game, taking his walks. That last at bat there in the ninth was a phenomenal at bat to roll the lineup over to the top. And if he continues to do that, what's he hitting? He's hitting over 300. So it's pretty productive offensive season for him so far.
Another home run from Nick. That's now 3 straight games where he's had one. Do you think he's really starting to become Nick again?
I think so. To me, his first at bat that he popped up and just missed, I kind of mentioned to Wally he's getting close. After the homer last night and then just missing the one in his first at bat, and then squaring up a couple other balls tonight, I'm hoping he's found the swing, and hopefully something special happens these last several games that we have.
What's kind of feedback that you offer to a guy like Marco, who's been so consistent throughout the season and really seems to settle in, especially his previous 3 starts after he wasn't really able to do it?
Find out what you did wrong, learn from it, and get better. You can't dwell on it. Obviously, wasn't the best outing, but hey, we get it. Things happen. You're not going to be stellar every time out there, but you got to learn from this and figure out, identify the problem, learn from it, and get better. And I think he's a guy that's been around long enough. Hopefully it's an easy fix, that he can figure that out and be better next time out. I'm confident he will be.
You reconcile the sort of margin for error being so small at this stage of the season, trying to push for postseason contention, while also not trying to press too much, with the players and their approaches and all that.
It's mentioned it before. The main focus is to go out and play as best you can. We can't control the results as much as we'd like to, and chalk up 8 straight wins, to finish the season. We can't do that in one day. We just have to go out and play the way we're capable of, and this group plays better when they're loose, relaxed, and kind of having fun. So we're gonna attempt to do that again tomorrow, and hopefully execute better than we did tonight on the pitching front, and continue to execute offensively. And like I said, best we can do tomorrow is try to come away with another series win, and just keep piling them up if we can.